Yo, what up, son? I'm back. I know what you're thinking. It's like, hey, it's been like 3 months. What happened? I just been like, basically like, I went to the milk store. You know, I got some milk, and then I, kind of made some life decisions. I changed my mind, and I came back. So it's like we're back now. Over the course of like the little like my summer, I went on actually many adventures during my summer. And basically, I'm back now. And I'm basically me sharing with you some of the lessons I learned. And yeah. And it's gonna be funny. And like the title's probably something like Dad's story to the milk store. Dad's trip to the milk store. Basically, I'm in my last video. Probably like June. And basically after that, I went on like a little trip to Ottawa and Montreal. Just kind of chilling with the boys. Probably took some cool pictures on like next to like some castles or something. Had a lot of fun. Went in like some haunted house. And like we did a little hiking in the forest.
We've been lost for countless amounts of time. We have no idea where we are. We're in the middle of the wilderness. With no civilization, being bitten by insects everywhere. He's screaming. He's weak. That means we can kill him and eat him.
Eat him, bro.
We can make a fireplace, like the one we saw earlier. The abandoned one. But wait. What made them abandon a fireplace?
I think it was Logan.
I think it was him. He's a monkey, bro.
It's pretty crazy.
He's something. He's hot. Like a cigarette head. Hey, buddy.
That was like so fun. I love that. We had like a whole like skit. I don't know if I put it up on maybe. And then it was like exam season, so I had to like lock in and study for those. And then I had to write my exams. And then I was free. I was like, yes, I can make videos. I don't have schoolwork. I don't have school time. I have nothing. But it's like, end of the school year, that's when university starts trying to ask like, hey, we need you to apply. So then I had to like apply for university and get that whole thing set up, And then it's like, okay, now I have free time. I can make videos again, but it would have only been like at least a month and a half. And I was like out of the habit. I kind of just stopped making videos, and it's like, I could, but like, do I wanna? And I was like locked in, and basically what I used to do is I would like write scripts throughout a week, and I'd like research the topic, and I was still doing that, except I wasn't writing it in like a script for like the YouTube videos like I usually do. I was making a mega document, and I was basically studying the Bible. And as of recording this, I'm basically done like my last major like reading through an entire like section of a book. By section, I mean like I'm done with that book. It's like 50 chapters long. I didn't read the whole thing. I've read like almost all of it though. There's like maybe like 6, 7 chapters I didn't read, Like unironically, like I think around 8. 6, 7. Actually, we need to stop saying that, because 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold on. Think about this. Think about it this way. 6, 7, 8, 9. So you 6, 7 is evil because it ate 9, bro. It ate 9. Think about it. It's a cannibal. It's a murderer, like Jeffrey Dahmer. And like the verses of Jeremiah were like that I didn't read were like I was told they're not about the end times. So I kind of, I mean that part is part of like a larger section. The 8 I mentioned. It's like, I think like everything before like chapter 30 like isn't about the end times or something like that. But I read a very large portion up to whenever I stopped. And I was like, yeah, this is about Babylon. This is very clearly about, it says King Nebuchadnezzar. It says King Nebuchadnezzar from the north attacking Jerusalem, whatever. And it says like the details of the battle, and it keeps repeating this, and then it repeats it when Nebuchadnezzar actually does it. It's like, yeah. And then after that, like I'm still gonna be reading the Bible, just not like I've got like specific like that mega study isn't technically done yet. There's like certain passages I'm like, hey, I should probably look this up and read this specific chapter and this specific chapter. But I'm done like reading through the major books, and then after that it'll just be like probably I'll like go from like Genesis through to Revelation, just reading normally. A couple weeks ago I said hi to an old buddy of mine at the gym, and we were like, hey, what's up? And then he was like, hey, how's the YouTube channel going? And I'm like, yeah, I haven't uploaded in a while. And he's like, why is that? And I'm like, oh, I say I don't know a lot. I'm like an overthinker, I think sometimes. I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna keep it a blunt, like I'm autistic. But you know, I get like super in depth in the things when I like to learn about them. And I like to talk about them sometimes, like these videos. I like to talk about the self-improvement, the gym, Jesus, and I'm also like a nerd for science, but I don't talk about that on the channel very often. I do seep it through like more than other self-improvement YouTubers probably will, but I don't know what I am. I am what I am. I am whatever I am. Simple. Think about it. Wherever he's from. I'm kidding. But I told him, I was like, yo, I'm working on a video. It's gonna be out next week. And the next week came. And then the next week came. And then that's today. And that's not out. It might not be out yet. But I have recorded it. At the time, I told him I was like working on the script. But now I've recorded it and it's mostly edited. But not yet. Because I went on another adventure. Also, another adventure I went on is I went to Point Pelee. And it was, yeah, basically I went to like this park in like, it's like the most south point of all of Canada. And basically I went from like the top of the park and I walked all the way to like the tip and then all the way back. It was like a really long walk and my feet hurt from after it. Not anymore, that was a while ago. But you know, it was like pretty fun. And I was like, what's up YouTube? And like I spent time with my mom and stuff, that was pretty cool. And then, yeah, I went to like a little youth camp. And that's also another thing, aside from like the studying I've been doing, and I've been also going to the gym and eating food, I guess. Yeah. And I've been like doing a little language learning on the side, you know what's up. But also like, I've like started going to church. I've been going to like the youth group for quite a while, but there's like a group I go to with a bunch of my friends. It's really fun, and we do that every week. And then also another time in the week we also hang out sometimes. So that fills up my schedule a little bit. And like I just got back last night from like, we went to like this camp for like 4 days and we had a lot of fun. We like sang, we played games, yeah. And we were like, you know, we had like campfire stuff and we were like chilling and like we talked about like some deep stuff, like some deep philosophical stuff, like, so like, why did God make us? if like he knew like we were gonna sin against him. And like, is Samson in heaven? And like, you know, like, is ice a rock? You know, and like, you know, like, is a hot dog a sandwich? And you know, just deep philosophical questions like that, you know. And we also said 6, 7 a lot, like at least 6, 7 times. It was a lot more. It was like more like 60, 70 times. I can't take it much longer. Actually, I can't take it anymore. We had fun on the bus. I played tic-tac-toe on my friend's face when he was sleeping virtually. And it was also like my birthday during that camp, so that was like fun. I made the dinosaurs go extinct, basically.
The last living dinosaur!
The last dinosaur on Earth is going to destroy.
That's you.
Yeah!
They were basically calling me like Chicks Club, bro. Like, or the meteor, bro, that killed the dinosaurs. That's me, bro. The one that made the crater in Mexico, whatever. I don't know. They call me Noah's flood, bro. It wasn't, you know, you know what I'm trying to say. And now we're here, and it's like, okay, well, I did that. I'm done my study. I'm done my groups. I'm not done my group. I'm done like my camps, my trips, my summer. Hooray! We're all signed up for university and stuff, so that's all out of the way. So we're good to start making videos again. And what I have to say about that is that might not be fully true, because I might like, this video is gonna come out and then I'll edit the next video to come out probably like a week after, or like even less. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but then I got school. I gotta move in. I'm leaving. I'm going away from home. I'm going so far. My parents are gonna miss me. I'm gonna lose all my friends. Everyone's gonna make fun of me and bully me. That's not true. So don't expect the videos to be very frequent, but I do plan on still making them. Basically topic, just like in general, like morals and lessons for y'all, like practical living and stuff. Some celestial tips perchance, because that's what the title's called, bro. That's what it's been about from the beginning. Like heavenly tips, bro. Like that's exactly what's up at this point. Basically, moral of the story: go on adventures, like, because a lot of times people don't take risks in life, and they don't want to go hiking because there's gonna be like mosquitoes or their feet are gonna hurt. But then you're not spending time with your family, and then like you're not spending time with your friends, and you know, sometimes just like you need to go out on an adventure on like a weekend or something. Even like you don't have to go for like a whole week, like staying overnight camping, you know, like sleeping with 4 men, no diddy, you know, in a room with 4 men, you know, just 4 of us sleeping together. It's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. That's just what happens in Ottawa stays in Ottawa. And you know, sometimes you just gotta get out of your comfort zone. Because like something I learned from these is like, these are difficult situations, right? These stories, these were all like fun things, but they were like a break from the schedule. They were like you had to go out of like what you were used to. And a lot of times in life, people can get complacent. They'd be like, I don't want to go to the gym because that's too hard, or I don't want to read because I don't like reading. But you know, sometimes like you're missing out on so much. Like you're missing out on the games, part of the stuff. and you're missing out on like so many good things you can learn from books, like from stuff you disagree with. If you can't like see other people's viewpoints, and then with stuff you do agree with, like you learn so much. Or like even if you have an open mind and think, you'll be like, whoa, I didn't know that before. So it's like you think it's from like the opposite team. It's like, whoa, and this is what I've been told my whole life. It's like no matter, but like from most people would be like, whoa, that's kind of, you can't trust that. That's corrupted. You can't trust it, or it's like evil. It's used by whatever. Or it's not really what it is, But then like you'll do it, and it's like, I agree with this. This is actually kind of like true. Like just read books. Like I got for my birthday. I got like a King James Bible, so like I'm about to be reading that next. And I got like some philosophy books and like self-improvement books, and they're very slowly being read, but they're being read. And something like I used to struggle with like crazy, like anyone who's known me in like elementary school can absolutely, and even in high school can vouch, like I'm in general a shy kid. Like I'm not very outgoing, but like literally yesterday I had like a birthday boy sticker, not like a little like ribbon, like a pin in my shirt, and I went out in public with that to a birthday dinner. Like I don't care. Like I'm not doing it. Right, like back in the day, I used to like remember like when I was like I want to say like really young, but it was like 5th grade probably, which is still pretty young. Like I'd be like shy to do presentations, like to the point where like I wouldn't speak, and then like the teacher would have like everyone's desk would be like turned away from me, so that I don't even know if it was a teacher. I think it was actually just like one kid who was like, all right guys, let's whatever, and then I said the presentation and stuff. And then it happened another time where I was like a little, like I was like slightly less shy, where it's like I could present. But then maybe I'm misremembering I'm like projecting that situation onto the past one. But I'm just gonna say it was the same student who was like, all right guys, let's turn our desks. And I think it was a substitute teacher who was like, is he shy or whatever? So I was like, because I was shy and nervous to do that presentation, but I was like, I'm gonna do it anyways. And I don't think the whole class like turned their desks or something like that. And I was like, I think I did say like, no, don't. It's like, and I kind of like stuttered or like kind of stopped talking half sentence because I was like, because I'm shy and nervous. No, okay. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever. I was like too afraid to speak my mind. But now I'm like, no, I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna do money for fun. I'm gonna do whatever I want. So yeah, like get out there. And yeah, I guess there's a lot of value and a lot of happiness you can get from like going out of your comfort zone. And you can learn a lot of stuff and like be valuable and just like feel better inside. You feel what I'm saying? And you can like do good works. Like, and it doesn't have to be dependent on like other people around you doing it. Like you can just like go out and do things. Like example, like I said, like I started going to church. My dad is like an atheist, or I think he believes in like something. He's more of a deist. Basically, he believes like there's probably a creator, but like it's probably not Jesus, I'm like, hey, I want to go to church. He's like, okay. And it's like, just like he doesn't care. There's like, so like you shouldn't care about people's opinions that much. Like you shouldn't be like stressing over like stuff you can't control. Like the future is in the future, the past is in the past. Like don't worry about the past, that already happened, you can't change it. The future, like don't be worrying like so far ahead about stuff that's gonna be like years later. Just like focus on like what you can do now, and like even sometimes what you can do now is like preparing for the future. Sure, do that a little bit, but like don't like stress about it, Be like, it's hey, I'll figure it out when I get there. And there's certain things like I went shopping earlier today for university, but it's like that's what I'm doing today. I'm doing shopping. Okay, period. I'm scheduling today. Period. Okay. I'm picking my classes. Period. Okay, I did that. Now I don't have to worry about it until I have to actually take those classes. And it's like I'm ready to move in residence. I don't gotta worry about it. I'll worry about it when I get there. At that youth group, it kind of took some courage to like, I can't think of it. One of the things we did is like, a couple of times for like, on like slightly different occasions, like I stood up and like received prayer and went to like certain like special conference, whatever. I have to like stand up and like leave, and then like 2 other people out of like the not 800 in like my tribe, but like it was more than 2 people in general going with me. But like I like get up and walk out to like another place where there was like a different sermon for like people who felt called. And I had to like stand up to like receive like prayer, to be baptized in the Holy Spirit or whatever, or what, yeah. And then after that, like basically like I immediately stood up when like I went over to go like pray for someone else, and it was like, hey, if you see anyone with like their hands up, go over and pray for them. And it was like, I was like that, bro. I opened my eyes and I'm like, I see a dude, stood up and walked. Simple. It's like you gotta be like locked in sometimes. You just gotta like do things like that. You just gotta be bold. That's what's up. Maybe the real milk was the friends we made along the way. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, you can say like milk is like a food or something and it like satisfies you, but like those relationships with men and stuff, that's not gonna satisfy that hole in your heart. The only thing that can satisfy that hole in your heart is Jesus.